Your court television news starting now.
Good morning, everybody, and may I also say good afternoon to my friends on the East Coast. I am your host for this breaking news announcement / update NJCourts, and thank you all for joining me again on what is going to be a breaking news announcement, but will also be a follow-up to some of the things that we discussed yesterday. More importantly, follow-up to Saint. Everybody was wondering whether he was in custody or not. I have an answer for that. I also have some new notes to present to you in addition to the ones that I presented to you yesterday that have just been published on the website, the Maryland Judiciary Court website. So we'll go over that. But before we get to that, as you saw in the thumbnail, I have to present to you today the two hearings, the arraignment hearing, which is what Skimask, the guy's got pretty much facing 3 cases, okay? 2 stemming from last year and 1 stemming now from this year, okay? And, if you still need a little bit of a backstory, we'll probably talk about it some more, but I would highly suggest you check out our breaking news update from yesterday. All right. But either way, I was able to catch, because it was live through Teams. I think the Microsoft version of their platform of sharing these court hearings. It was available to the public, so I was able to access that, and I'm going to be presenting that to you. So I was able to access his arraignment hearing this morning, and then maybe about 30 minutes to an hour later, they went ahead and did his bond hearing, okay? So we're going to just watch those together, and then we'll have a discussion. So for those of you that are still wondering if he's in jail, absolutely. And did he have court today? Yes, he did. And are you going to be able to see exactly what happened? You sure betcha. And again, that is because we are able to bring that to you here at the NJCourts TV News channel. So we're going to start off kicking off today's quick broadcast with that. And then, like I said, we'll end with an update on the Saint, whatever the question that had been floating around. And again, I still had no answers why people thought he might have been out of custody or jail as to whether he was or not. So I have the answer for you. It simply just took a call this morning to the I guess basically the Washington County jailhouse where he was in custody at, and I will let you know whether or not at the end of today's segment if he's still in custody or not. And like I said, I also have some other notes to present to you and share that we didn't. It's not that we didn't get to them yesterday; it's just they didn't populate till after I did yesterday's show, so they are going to be new to you, even if you caught yesterday's show. Those notes were new, but these are even going to be newer. So. Hang in there. We've got a good show, a lot of good information. Thank you for everybody joining me. We just hit 100 people in chat, so welcome to all the new viewers. We had a lot of new subscribers just in between the last few days, so welcome to you all subs. Welcome to all the new members of the jury. Thank you for all those that donated memberships this month. Welcome to all my mods. I appreciate all your hard work this month and all your hard work, as always, continuing forward. And then welcome to all the members of the jury. Appreciate all your continued support, whether you're new, an OG, or just starting off. So, all right. I usually like to go down the chat line here and say hi to everybody. But like yesterday, since we've got so many people in for this breaking news announcement, just for time's sake and just getting straight to it, hello, everybody. So I apologize. I usually like to say, hello to everybody directly, but for time's sake, we just won't get that to today. So let's get started. We're just going to get right to the bond hearing. Like I said, basically, they started at 9. Wait, hold on. I think it's 9:30 Central Standard Time, which is 8:30 my time. So basically, they had an arraignment hearing, and then he had a bond hearing. Because remember, he's got originally his case from last summer that had to do with the 2 charges he picked up of threatening acts of violence, both misdemeanors, one for each of his parents. Remember, that had to do with the live stream where he brought the puppy and the police got called and all that, all the events that unfolded, which most of you got to watch live. And in case you didn't, the body cam footage from that event is available on the NJCourts TV channel. Now, then sometime in November of last year, unbeknownst to this channel, we just barely found out yesterday when we, found out he had been put in jail and gone through his case information. He had apparently picked up an obstruction of an officer charge, all right? Now, we had heard some stories. Whether some of those were true or not, who knows, okay? I have started my request for, again, I'm dealing with a lot of requests going out because this is now 3 cases and body cam footage and all that. And I have requests that went out for a Saint. So I've got a lot of requests going out, just waiting for them to come back. hopefully. Because remember, they can still deny those requests. But either way, hopefully once those come in, we'll get incident reports and find out more or less what happened that got him an obstruction of an officer charge. And then he picked up just most recently this year, I think we said was it January or beginning of February? I think it was January. He picked up pretty much two charges. He picked up a violation of a protective order charge and then a malicious destruction of property under $1,000 charge. So basically, and again, we still don't know the exact story, but I think most of us can agree it probably had to do with him breaking into his parents' homes, because I know there's probably other people out of state. We found out yesterday there's even another individual that has a protective order that lives in the same county. But I have a feeling this had to do with the protective orders that his parents had issued out when they say he broke the protective order. And more or less, it probably makes sense that the charge for the malicious destruction of property had to do with him breaking a window or a door or something like that. That's just my guess. I'm not saying that's what happened. That's just my opinion, but we'll find out exactly what happened once that incident report comes in, if I get access to it. Either way, I'm sure once we follow with this case, because they are, for the most part, putting them on live for the public to access, I'm sure we'll find out either way what happened. So that was his last charge that he picked up this year. So basically, homeboy's facing 3 charges. We already knew about the one that he was on the run for, because you got to remember, he got bonded out. Remember, he got arrested the night that he picked up the 2 misdemeanor charges for, what was it? Jesus Christ. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm just having a quick brain fart. The one having to do with the threatening acts of violence to his parents, okay? They had arrested him and put him in jail that night. He got bonded out. So don't forget, he had got bonded out. He just didn't show up to his next hearing. So he screwed over the bonding company, which, mind you, I guess found out they got screwed over because they lost $1,000. But then I guess yesterday, when they found out that he got put in jail, they submitted a motion or a request to see if they can get their money back, which hopefully they do. But either way, he had screwed over that bonding company, which might make it more difficult this time around to get bonded out. Who knows? I can't speak for them. But either way, he was out on the run. Basically, we were watching him live streaming from all these different crack and meth houses, and he was on the run from those 2 charges. But I guess apparently he picked up another charge in November, the obstruction of an officer charge, and then picked up this last charge in January, the violating the protective order, and then the malicious destruction of property under $1,000. So basically, homeboy is now facing 3 charges, 2 new ones in addition to the 2 ones we had started recovering David again about. We had closed his whole book and then had to reopen it once he picked up those 2 new charges last summer. So he's found himself now facing 3 new charges, and basically he's got to be arraigned on everything again. You know what I mean? And they've got to, give him a bond hearing on everything. So we're just going to start, and it's very short. The bond, I think the arraignment hearing, which is what we'll play first, was a couple of minutes, and then the bond hearing was a couple of minutes. Now, they weren't back-to-back, so your boy had to sit through a bunch of other hearings, which were kind of interesting, I'm not going to lie. And then, they got to Skimask again, and we were able to, record and show you his bond hearing. So without further ado, welcome to the 150 people in chat. I think we've given plenty of time for the notifications to go out. We will get started with that video. And, of course, this VOD will remain up, as always, as all of our other VODs. So for some reason you can't catch it now, you got to go somewhere. Or shout out to my replay crew. It'll always be available for you to check in and keep on watching, or maybe, replay some parts that you thought were important and you want to catch again. All right? So let me jump into chat so I can, catch up with you guys, make sure that I'm live and you guys can hear me. All right, excellent. I don't hear muted going down the line, so I think we're okay. Oh, one thing really quick. I forgot to update from the last few donations we've been getting, especially the ones that we got over the weekend or on Sunday when we did the Gem and Mineral Show, for our California road trip fundraiser. So don't think I forgot. Let me go ahead and update that together with you guys, and we'll get that banner going down in the bottom. So, like I said, I am going to continue to fundraise, or e-beg, however you want to consider it, for the road trip to California. For those of you wondering what I'm planning on doing there, I have already kind of given you some information and details, and I'm still going to continue to, but I'm just not going to go over that right now just because for the sake of time, we want to get right to these videos. But if you want to help, or any donations that anybody may feel that they like to donate at this time, would go towards that fundraiser unless you say otherwise, okay? So I appreciate everybody's that helped us to reach the point that we are so far, which is almost there. We're, I think, probably definitely always over halfway there. So let's get this updated here really quick, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. All right, so that should be down here at the banners. So we were at, my dono goal was $500, which again is basically just to get me to California, my transportation there and back. Okay, whether it's through bus, renting a car, or plane. Right now, or last time we had updated that, we were at 165 of 500. On the weekend, I know we were, and I'll go back through the VODs, but I know the ones that I can remember were some of the larger donos. I know we had gotten from Dawson, I think a total of $100 that day. And so we're going to add that to that. So again, thank you, Dawson. And if I forgot anybody else, again, I'm going to go back and double check. But we shouted out everybody. We should have shouted out everybody that day of. So I think I need to add another 100. And then I know yesterday we got some donations. I know Simply Tony donated a few super chats. I know some people had donated some memberships. So I'm going to have to go back and guess on that. So let's just add the 100, and then let's add like another $25 just to cover the Simply Tony donations and maybe some of the other super chats. And then for sure, I'm going to go back both VODs. That way I can calculate everything exactly, so I can tell you exactly where we're at. But this should give us a pretty good roundabout guesstimate, maybe $10, maybe at the most 20 up or down, you know. So let me add 125 to 16. So basically that would be 265 plus 25. So basically 290, just short of 300 to 500. So we're basically over halfway there. So thank you guys. Much appreciated. I know we're going to hit that dono goal. So we are going to be headed to California hopefully very soon. So I appreciate everybody that would like to assist. And the sooner we get there, the sooner I can leave. All right. So let me edit this, and then we're going to get rolling. So this is going to be 290 now, we said. And like I said, that could change. It could be a little less than 290. It could be a little more than 290, but I'll get the correct amount once I can go back to both VODs and tally that up. Or I just need to also consult with our accountant that hopefully will have the totals up. Yes, I'm talking to you, Sicilian Princess. All right, so let me get that going, and then let's get rolling. Thank you again for all your patience, and welcome to everybody just joining in. All right, show. All right, there's my e-baking, got out of the way. Get it out of the way quick and easy, and I promise I won't bug you for the rest of the show. All right, but I will shout anybody out that wants to donate. That's for sure. We will always take pauses for the MFF and causes. All right, ladies and gents, so let me jump back over to the comments. Oh, vegan hitting me with an N-bomb, if that's really the real vegan. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, we caught it. See, my mods are usually up at this time, unlike some of you all's mods that are asleep because they're up all night. In these so-called IRL streamers, live streams, just chat rooms, basically. All right, so they said so to answer your question, Michael, they said according to his booking sheet, he was 5 foot. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that's incorrect. Well, mind you, I'm stealing from EBZ, mind you. He's had a lot of booking sheets now. That's not his first one, and probably not his only one, that has stated that he is 5 foot. Now, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to reevaluate what my height is, because last time we were face-to-face, he was a little bit taller than me by a smidget, and I'm 5'4". So unless I've just either grown, or maybe I've just always thought I was 5'4", and maybe I was 5 foot, maybe my parents lied to me, and I've never gotten in trouble where they've had to measure me at, like a jail recently. Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really answer that for you. You know what I mean? I can just tell you how tall I am, and you can use that maybe as a reference, but I know that's not vegan. Oh, Simply Tony celebrating a 1-month celebration as a member of the jury. Simply Tony, thank you for all your support. I appreciate all your continued support as a member of the jury. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gavels if you got them, please. And guess what? Your boy found his gavel. As a matter of fact, I was using it as a little placeholder for my notebook here, so I don't want to lose that. So, Simply Tony, this gavel slam goes out to you. But before, Simply Tony says, Ayo, person. All right. And let me make sure I didn't miss any other shout. Oh, I did. We had Candy Kiss 33 celebrating a 22-month anniversary as a member of the jury. Holy schmoly. Candy Kiss, definitely a quadruple OG. And Candy Kiss 33 says NJC is the best updates around. Candy Kiss, I appreciate all your continued support, my friend. Going on almost 2 years as a member of the jury. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gavels if you got them, please. All right. I think that's a perfect segue into our first video. So we'll just go right to it. I'm going to play the first. This is the first video I got, which is the arraignment, and then we'll go right into the bond hearing. So they're about 2 minutes each, so be fairly quick. And if you guys want me to play them again, we can as well. All right. And I apologize for it's not the greatest of the quality. It's because I'm literally having to record off my laptop using my phone, which the phone records great. It's just if you've ever recorded off a computer screen or laptop, you get that little pixelation or graininess, you know. And that's just because if I do try to use the screen recording program that I have, because it's a free one on my computer, sometimes it puts this ugly ass watermark that sometimes can block the shot. So honestly, it's better just, even though it's maybe not the best quality, you can still see it, you can still hear the audio, which is what's important. And I'd rather be able to see everything than have a watermark block everything. So that's why I chose to just go the old-fashioned route. For those of you that go, dude, you can just use a screen record on your computer, which basically just means I got to pay for one, so that way I don't have that watermark. So, but I don't do a lot of this. That's why I just use this the way I do it. So, usually I prefer to be in the actual courtroom, and that's why I have a nice S25 Ultra that can record in up to 4K now. I think 8K actually. Yeah, I have the 8K option. So, all right, and it has Pro RAW mode if you know about all that shit. Anyways. Let's get to it. So here we go. Let me get this message out of the way. That way it's not blocking the screen. Appreciate all the members celebrating anniversaries today and going forth this week. And here we go. This is going to be your arraignment hearing for Skimask Andy. That was this morning, February the 26th, scheduled at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time at the Tulsa County District Courthouse.
Yes.
Counsel, as to the destruction of
let
an
me just
office.
rewind it to the beginning. Here we go.
Parole. Hold on. Let me share. I would request a bit of relief on this and ask that bond be set at $250.
$250?
Yes.
Counsel, as to the destruction of an officer.
Your Honor, I would request that it remain the preset $500, just given the fact that he has extensive criminal history that seems to range across 5 or 6 different states.
Yeah, it looks like there's currently 1, 2 open misdemeanors. And it looks like there's an issue.
Yes.
Decal?
Yes.
All right, sir. Right now, I'm just dealing with your arraignment issue. I also have a bond setting with you later today, okay?
Okay.
The one for the arraignment is you have CM 242781, 2 counts of threatening an act of violence where you failed to appear at arraignment. Your bonds are currently set at $1,500 per charge, so $3,000 total. I did receive your pauper's affidavit, sir. Is that information true and correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I do find you qualify for court-appointed counsel. Your next court date will be March the 11th at 1:30 in courtroom 173.
What court date is that for?
That's for the 2 counts of threatening an act of violence.
Okay.
I don't believe on the other case, I don't believe it's has a case number yet. Let me double check. But, all right, hang on. Decal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those are also misdemeanors. And so I will go ahead and appoint a public defender on those 2 cases as well. And I'll go ahead and set them for the same date of March the 11th at 1:30.
What's today's date?
Today is February the 26th, so it's about 2 weeks out.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so I still want to do your bond hearing, but after that bond hearing, we're going to go ahead and skip arraignment because I'm appointed public defender on your other case and go ahead and sit you for your first court date with me as a trial judge, okay?
Is the bond hearing, is that where you can ask for a reduced bond?
That's next, but we can't do that right now. We got to wait until we get to the bond docket.
Is that this morning or later, you said?
It's later this morning.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right, there you go. So that was the arraignment, okay? So we're going to jump over the bond hearing next. But before we do, I want to shout out a $20 super chat that just came through from Vanessa Jean that says, thanks for all you continue to do. Thank you so much for your continued support, Vanessa Jean. This gavel slam goes out to you. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gavels if you got them, please. Much appreciate that donation, Vanessa Jean. Let me go ahead and update the banner really quick before I forget. So that's going to bring us up to 310 of that 500 dono goal. And then we're going to move forward to the bond hearing, which again was the same thing. It was just maybe about an hour from the time they did the arraignment. Same courthouse, same judge. Let me just update this, and then we're going to play that right next. And then we're going to jump over to the Saint news, okay? Or update. So banners go here. We said this is now going to bring us to 310 out of 500. So I need to update this. I need both my fingers here. All right, there's the updated dono goal. And let's get the next video going.
New Jersey. And there's
All right, so let me start this from the beginning again. So this is going to be his bond hearing now. We just listened to the arraignment hearing, okay? So this gets pretty interesting because they're going to discuss. I'm glad that finally you heard the DA's office because let's just put it this way, folks. This is not the first time we've listened to this, okay? It's not the first time we've actually got to watch these bond and arraignment hearings for Skimask Andy at this point, okay? And unfortunately, it always seems, at least in Tulsa County, I don't know if it's a whole state thing, for Oklahoma, but boy, oh boy, these judges seem to never know about any of his past history, nor does the DA ever discuss any of them, like his fact that he's got open warrants. And, I thought for sure it was New Jersey, Las Vegas, and California. They actually bring up a few other states, which I thought was interesting. And now that the DA's brought it up, I got to go look into those states and do a case search and see what else he's got going on. So, and it seems like they did verify the warrant out of California that I've always been unsure of. So, keep your ear out for that. It gets pretty interesting, but I'm glad to see finally that the DA's finally, either not maybe had that information in the past or looked for it or did have it and just didn't care to, present it to the judge, especially when it comes to the bond setting. Because surprisingly, yeah, even after this guy already pretty much being on the run from the last time he got bonded out and screwing over a bonding company, and then having 2 new warrants issued out for his arrest. So basically, he had like 3 warrants issued out for his arrest. And that's, again, just the warrants he's facing in the state of Oklahoma, not to mention the other states, okay? They still, obviously, well, I'm not going to, tell you what happened, but obviously, it still looks like they're apparently allowing him to bond out. They didn't say he was on a no bond hold. And, I don't know if a bonding agent's going to help him now that he's screwed over one. But either way, it just amazes me that, even with the record this guy has, even with the fact that he's wanted in other states, that they would even still consider bonding the guy out. And me personally, I'm even just kind of saddened and disappointed. Like I said, I don't care what he does with his life, but I know for a lot of you that may be watching, maybe care for this guy. I think it's disappointing because, and you're going to see this, especially in this next hearing or bond setting, he doesn't seem like he cares. He just wants to get out of, jail as quick as he can, which, you know what? Hey, I know jail sucks, but think about this. You really think if he gets out, he's going to go back? He's going to show up to his next court hearing? And where's he going to go? He's just going to be back out on the streets? So if it was me, I would take this opportunity, especially after all the bullshit that he's been going through, to just get my legal shit over so that I can start getting my life fixed and in some type of order. Regardless if he's going to be a beggar his whole life and do this streaming bullshit, you still got to not be running from the cops all the time, because guess what? Every time you got a warrant, at some point, they're going to catch up with you, and it's just going to be this same bullshit all the time. So what? You're going to just get bonded out, not show up again, then they're going to catch you, you're going to get bonded out, not show up. Eventually, they're going to not let you get bonded out, okay? Maybe because it's misdemeanors, and that's why they're a little bit more flexible on this shit. I don't know. But either way, it's just, I think Skimask's been one of the greatest examples we've got to follow as far as these individuals we covered. That just shows you just how some of these judiciary systems or judicial systems, not all states, but in some states, especially how we've seen out of the state of Oklahoma, just seem to be really lax. You know what I mean? We saw that with Hampton Brannon most recently, guys wanted in Florida, wanted in California on fucking felony charges. I forgot. He's got one felony, I know for sure there. All right. They had to have a fucking SWAT team go and arrest him in California. And then he took off, from California from those charges. They're looking for him to Florida to hide. Gets in trouble in Florida, and they basically, treat him like a first-time offender. So, like I said, each state's different, but it's crazy. I think this channel has shown to a lot of people that may have believed in the judiciary system and thought that we're safe in our community because these judges and these district attorney offices are doing their jobs. I hope this shows, in most cases, unfortunately and sadly, that it doesn't seem like they are, Now, again, I'm not speaking for all the offices out there, because we've also seen some really good judges, a lot, and we've seen some really good prosecutors as well. So, all right, let's continue on with the bond hearing. Excuse me. There's a little bit. I didn't want to go over that much on explaining, giving you backstory, but you guys know how I am. So, without further ado, here we go. I'll shut up.
I would request a bit of relief on this and ask that bond be set at $250.
$250?
Yes.
Counsel, as to the destruction of an officer.
Your Honor, I would request that it remain the preset 500, just given the fact that he has extensive criminal history that seems to range across 5 or 6 different states.
Yeah, it looks like there's currently 1, 2 open misdemeanors. And it looks like there's an issue out of New Jersey. And there's at least been a failure to appear on the 24-2781. And there's other failure to appear in his 22 and 23 cases. Therefore, the court's going to keep that bond at 500. As to the new allegations, counsel, you request for bond on the violation of protective order and malicious injury.
For that, we'd ask for an aggregate of $2,000.
Date?
Your Honor, I would again just ask that $2,500 amount remain. I also request a no contact order with both of the victims as well as a GPS.
I've now turned to the second page and found out there's also history in Iowa, California, and North Carolina. And there's several aliases used as well.
Iowa and North Carolina.
Plus the history here in Oklahoma. The court is going to keep that bond at the 2,500 with a no contact order, and if it makes bond a GPS. Arraignment set on. Looks like the public defender may have already been appointed in a case. Is that correct? Okay, I appointed PD. So I've already set this case for March the 11th at 1:30 back in the courtroom 173 for JTSD. All 3 of his cases.
Your Honor, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I was trying to have less than $5,500 total bond so I could get a bail project. Could you tell me what the total bail amount of those 5?
From ones today will be the ones I just said are 3,000. I don't know what the other bond is. It's also 3,000. So your total bond is 6,000.
6,000.
Yep.
All right.
On the next case, Anika Freeman.
All right, there you go. And before I segue into whatever else I was going to talk about, I want to say big thank you to CandyKiss33 hitting us with a $20 super chat that reads, "Dono go, let's go!" You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gabbles if you got them, please. Candy Kiss, this gabble slam goes out to you, my friend. And let's definitely update that Dono Go banner really quick. And let's have a little discussion on what happened here, okay? Give me just 1 second. Let me just update. You know me, I can only do one thing at a time. So we are now at $350 of the $500 dono goal, just short of $150. And we are off to California, which, like I've said before, kind of mentioned a little bit of what my projects were there, which include a field trip / tour, hopefully of the YouTube headquarters, followed by a protest at the YouTube headquarters. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing, okay? I'm not going to get kicked, and it's not going to be worth it, trust me. It's going to be professionally done. It's going to be done the right way. And then, while I'm down there, I'm also going to be working on a live documentary, not where I'm going to be filming and then posting it later after I edit and all that. No, this is something different, hopefully something that might be even new to the news media world, okay? Live documentary, meaning it's going to be like a documentary format, but it's going to be live. And what am I going to be doing a documentary on? Well, it's going to be of the live streamers of the West Coast, okay? And everything else that involves the lifestyle of being a so-called live streamer. So, and we've got a lot of them that I've also already talked to and been invited to meet up with them. So it's not like I'm just going to be going over there and stream sniping all these people. Absolutely not. It's going to be done the right way. Got permission to hang out with a lot of these individuals. And I like to be able to show the real side. And hopefully it's going to be just like that, the side that you've seen before and not different. But I think a lot of people always ask, are these things scripted? What is real? Well, I'm hoping to bring that to you. So, and in addition to that, you know, we do a lot of fun stuff too. And there's a lot of fun stuff to do out in California. And you know your boy's going to be taking you with me. So, in addition to all the other important stuff that has to do with the court news side of this station, that has to do with, you know, the part of it that, you know, the fun stuff, you know, we're there for business first and then fun stuff later. But we'll take care of both. I promise you. It'll be a very well worth trip as far as from the donators side of point. And as far as for the viewers, it'll be full of plenty of content, whether you like the court news side of this station or you like the fun IRL part of it. Whoa, we just got a holy moly. Hold on, I'm getting some other donations coming through. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right, I'm getting a bunch here. I think we definitely hit it because I'm seeing a shit ton of donos coming. Hold on. And thank you guys. Oh, give me a second, and then we'll segue into the rest in the news because I do not want to forget shouting these out. All right, so I got to jump over to here. Holy shoot. Okay. So let me just update everything after all this. So let me write this down. So we were at 310, and I need to add right now $20 from Candy Kiss. And then we just got... Holy shit! Dawson hitting us with a $200 donation that says, "Pack your shit, California, fire, fire, fire." Dawson with the $200 super chat. Thank you so much, Dawson. You guys know what to do and chat spam them gabbles if you got it, please. This gabble slam goes out to you. California, here we come. And then we just got another donation. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not done. Gold Girl Rodriguez. Gold Girl Rodriguez hitting us with a Venmo donation. A $50 Venmo donation. Holy shit, Gold Girl. And let me see if it's got a message. It says, "Dono go, let's go." Thank you so much, Gold Girl Rodriguez. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gabbles if you got them, please. Gold Girl, this gabble slam goes out to you. Woo! So we need to add 250. What's that equal? $260 to the 310. So hold on. I might have to use my calculator here. Hold on. Spam them gabbles. Keep spamming them gabbles, ladies and gentlemen. We are on our way to California. No excuses now. All right. So we got 310 plus... Oh, my God. I already had a brain fart. What did we say? 200 plus 60. Okay, plus 260 equals 570, ladies and gentlemen. We have definitely hit the donor goal. As a matter of fact, we exceeded by $70 and probably a little bit more. It's like I said, I got to go back to the other two VODs and calculate everything. So we hit it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all the supporters, all the donators. We are going to be headed to California, and I'm going to bring you a badass IRL journey / road trip / live documentary. And don't forget, hopefully, because I think, I am employed by YouTube. I am a monetized channel. I've been one for a while now. I would hope that YouTube would arrange some type of, tour of the facility for somebody like myself, although I'm just a little 6K channel, nobody big. But Doesn't hurt to ask. Either way, there still will be a protest outside the facility, and of course outside of the private area where they can kick you out if you're in it. I already know how it works. So it is going to be one hell of a road trip, one that we won't forget, and one to start off 2025, that's for sure. So again, thank you guys so much for believing in me and continue to believe in this channel and what we do. I appreciate it. This ultimate gavel slam goes out to everybody that's helped us hit this dono goal, whether it was from the beginning when I put it on to now. Thank you guys so much. We hit it, and I appreciate y'all and love you. Or we could maybe bail out Skimask Annie if you just, or maybe we can go do old girl a solid and bail her out, since she's probably been sitting in jail for months now on a $100 bail, when this jerk's probably going to try to get out on $600. If, like, remember, if his bond's $6,000, assuming a bonding company will bond him out again, because they may not, then it would probably cost around $600, 10%. Now, if no bonding agency is going to bond homeboy out, then he better hope he's got a friend, Valley Girl or Boston Kelly, which I told you, I really hope you're not going to help continue to enable this guy. And again, at this point, you're just going to kill this guy or hurt him. You're going to put him on 6 feet under the ground. And it's going to be yours faults, not me, yours faults. But anywho, if they don't work out anything with a bonding agency, then somebody's going to have to fork over $6,000 cash. But maybe we can still go to California and bond out old girl just to piss. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get involved in any of those people's issues. No, we're using all that, like I said, to go on our road trip to California and bring you an awesome, awesome IRL series of just a whole bunch of cool shit. All right, ladies and gents, let me update this banner really quick, and let's continue on with our news, because I know a lot of you in here are wanting to know whether Sane is out or not, and I have an answer for you. Don't worry. Maybe I just left it to the last because I know you guys were going to go as soon as I told you, and I made you stick around for the Skimask Annie news. Maybe that's what I really was doing. Maybe it wasn't. Just saying. Your boy's always playing 4D chess moves, all right? No, I'm just kidding. Whoa, hold on, I'm not done yet. We've got Cat Crazy. I'm so sorry, Cat Crazy, that just gifted 5 memberships to the NJCourts members of the jury. Thank you so much, Cat Crazy, for gifting those 5 memberships, and welcome to the 5 new members of the jury. Cat Crazy, thank you for all your continued support. My friend, my God, if I could say how many memberships you have donated to this channel, I couldn't even probably even begin to count at this point, okay? Definitely don't have enough fingers and toe fingers to do it, that's for sure. So I want to say a huge thank you, Cat Crazy. Thank you for all your continued support, my friend. You guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gavels if you got them, please. This gavel slam goes out to you, Cat Crazy. Woo! So now I got to update this to with an extra, let's see, 5 times 3, 15. So what did we say again we were at? Oh, we were at 570 plus 15, 585 of 500. So let's update this banner here. So 585. Save. Show. There we go. Updated. All right, let me jump back over to comments. Let me make sure I didn't miss any shout outs. Let me just jump back over to my phone and make sure I didn't miss anything. Sorry, I got 2 phones here because I haven't uploaded my new payment apps on the new phone yet, so I still got to go back to the old phone. I just want to make sure I read this message correct. Yep, I did. I sure did. Again, thank you guys. You all rock, man. I appreciate everybody's support and getting me and this channel over to California. And like I said, I promise you, I will not disappoint. I don't think I have in the past, and I will not continue at all. Or not continue, because I never have. I will never disappoint you. I didn't hear him say GPS. Did you guys hear that? I mean, we can replay that. You guys want to replay those? Or at least the second part again? I did hear this. This I did hear. You know, I was always, and I made most of you aware to the fact that we knew he had open warrants out in Nevada. He had actually 2 of them there. He had bench warrants or open warrants out of the state of New Jersey. We knew that. We had always said he had one in California. It sounds like that was verified by the judge. But then I also picked up, I heard, Iowa and North Carolina, in addition to states that he's gotten in trouble with. Whether he's got open warrants there or they're just referring to, you know, the fact that he's got a past history in those states. So I got to verify that. Again, I'm not saying he has open. I know we got where the states where he does have open warrants, but On the 2 states like Iowa, which I know, I think in Iowa is where he went to school at when he went to, got his 2-year associates, not his communications degree like he claims, just a 2 years associates in general studies. Okay, I believe that was in Iowa. So yeah, he probably did get in some trouble there. Whether he still got anything actively pending there, I don't know, and I'd have to check to verify. But it could be meaning that, it's just past, criminal history that he's had there, or convictions, or it could mean that, like in the instance or in the case of like Nevada and the state of Nevada and New Jersey, we do know he's got open warrants there. So either way. So yeah, let's replay it. Can you play the Ski Week coverage again? Yeah, definitely. Hey, what up, Hobby Hater? Good to see you, my friend. Absolutely, and welcome everybody just coming in. I heard $6K in total for bond. That is correct, and that's what we had totaled up yesterday. Something I forgot to talk about or mention is when we did see where it said aggregate bond or aggregate bond, however you want to say it, all that means basically is because because that case has multiple charges, not just one charge, that's saying that amount is the bond amount that covers all the charges. So basically, like, for example, the one case that he's got the violation of the protective order and then the malicious destruction of whatever under 1,000 property or whatever under 1,000 or injury or property under 1,000. That was the one I believe that they had the aggregate bond amount, which means that amount that you see there covers all those charges there. So, and we had calculated $6,000. I'm pretty sure if we went back to yesterday's VOD, that's what I said. So, but like I said, I wasn't sure until we were going to be able to listen or get the information from what happened at the bond hearing. We obviously got to watch it, not live. Obviously, I recorded it, but that just happened literally maybe 30 minutes ago. So you were basically watching it as it just finished. So, $6,000. That is correct. That is the total. Now, don't forget, if they use a bonding agency, it's about 10 to 15% of that. But don't forget, he's screwed over a few of them already, including the last one that they had to actually end up paying the $1,000 bond that he ended up screwing over on. Now, they did use, when I went to his court notes, they did just literally yesterday, as soon as they found out he got arrested, they've already submitted to see if they can get that money back, which, I don't know if they will or not, but they obviously know that he got arrested, and you think they're going to bond him out again? Who knows? But in case they can't use a bonding agency, the only other way he can get out is through a cash bond, which means it's got to be $6,000 cash, and that person will get it back, assuming he shows up. So keep that in mind if you're watching Boston, Cali, or Valley Girl, that if someone of you little yahoos forks over $6,000, ask yourself, you think you're really going to see that $6,000 back? Because the only way you will is if he sees that case from the start all the way through the end, my friend. So here we go. And then we heard that he's got his next hearing basically set for March 11th at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let's just assume that he doesn't get bonded out. Basically, he's got to wait till he got his next hearing to find out what's going to go on, which will be, couple of weeks, March 11th. It's not like it's that far out. But really quick, I think we've got a shout out, or a few of them that I just missed. I did. We've got Hobby Hater that just celebrated a 20-month anniversary as a member of the jury. Thank you so much, Hobby Hater. And Hobby Hater says, shout out to the quintuplet. Oh, thank you so much. Quintuplet OGs. I was having trouble figuring out what happens after quadruple. So, anybody after 20 months is definitely a quintuplet OG. Thank you, Hobby Hater, so much for all your continued support. Thank you, all the quintuplet OGs celebrating anniversaries today, because we've had a few of them already. And you guys know what to do in chat. Spam them gavels for Hobby Hater, please. Hobby Hater, this gavel slam goes out to you. All right, so what we'll do for the sake of just, since they were really short, let's just start from the beginning again. It's just going to be 2 minutes. We'll start the first, we're just going to go in order as it did, this morning in court. So we're going to start with the arraignment, and then we'll go to the bond video, okay? So here we go. This was the arraignment video, 2 minutes short, 2 minutes long. Then we'll move over to the bond video, which was the last video we just listened to, and we'll listen to it again. And we'll take some notes. I heard people in chat were asking if I heard the judge mention anything about a GPS monitor in the situation he is bonded out. So I'll keep my ear out for that, because I didn't hear that the first few times I've listened to this. So, and again, that was just the second time I listened to it, because I just listened to it as I was recording it. Then I went live, listened to it with you guys. So this is just going to be barely my third time listening to it. So I'm just catching new things as we're going along as well with you guys. All right. So here we go. Let's replay all this again. So starting with the arraignment hearing. Hold on, sorry. Let me start this over. Here we go.
Decal.
Yes.
All right, sir. Right now, I'm just dealing with your arraignment issue. I also have a bond setting with you later today, okay?
Okay.
The one for the arraignment is you have CM 242781, 2 counts of threatening an act of violence where you failed to appear at arraignment. Your bonds are currently set at $1,500 per charge, so $3,000 total. I did receive your pauper's affidavit, sir. Is that information true and correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I do find you qualify for court-appointed counsel. Your next court date will be March the 11th at 1:30 in courtroom 173.
What court date is that for?
That's for the 2 counts of threatening an act of violence.
Okay.
I don't believe on the other case, I don't believe it has a case number yet. Let me double check. All right, hang on. Decal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those are also misdemeanors. And so I will go ahead and appoint a public defender on those 2 cases as well. And I'll go ahead and set them for the same date of March the 11th at 1:30.
What's today's date?
Today is February the 26th. So that's about 2 weeks out.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So I still want to do your bond hearing, but after that bond hearing, we're going to go ahead and skip arraignment because I'm appointing a public defender on your other case and go ahead and sit you for your first court date with me as a trial judge, okay?
Is the bond hearing, is that where you can ask for a reduced bond?
That's next, but we can't do that right now. We gotta wait until we get to the bond docket.
Is that this morning or later, you said?
It's later this morning.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Next we have Travis Dye.
Or parole. Hold on, let me I would request a bit of relief on this and ask that bond be set at $250.
$250.
Yes.
Counsel, as to the destruction of an officer.
Your Honor, I would request that it remain the preset 500, just given the fact that he has extensive criminal history that seems to range across 5 or 6 different states.
Yeah, it looks like there's currently 1, 2 open misdemeanors. And it looks like there's an issue out of New Jersey. And there's at least been a failure to appear on the 242781. And there's other failure to appear in his 22 and 23 cases. Therefore, the court's going to keep that bond at 500. As to the new allegations, counsel, you request for bond on the violation of protective order and malicious injury.
For that, we'd ask for an aggregate of $2,000.
Date.
Your Honor, I would again just ask that $2,500 amount remain. I also request a no contact order with both of the victims as well as a GPS.
I've now turned to the second page and found out there's also history in Iowa, California, and North Carolina.
Okay,
And there's several aliases used as well.
Iowa and North Carolina.
Plus the history here in Oklahoma. The court is going to keep that bond at the 2,500 with a no contact order, and if it makes bond a GPS. Arraignment set on. Looks like the public defender may have already been appointed in a case. Is that correct? Okay, I appointed PD. So I've already set this case for March the 11th at 1:30 back in the courtroom 173 for JTSD. All 3 of his cases.
Your Honor, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I was trying to have less than $5,500 total bond so I could get a bail project. Could you tell me what the total bail amount of those 5?
From ones today will be the ones I just said are 3,000. I don't know what the other bond is. It's also 3,000. So your total bond is 6,000.
6,000.
Yep.
All right.
On the next case, Anika Freeman.
All right, so I was just trying to chat in chat, but I'm going to reaffirm it here on the old microphone. But good catch there, Doodles. You were correct. Looks like the prosecutor did recommend or request the GPS monitoring if he is bonded out, and the judge did approve that, as well as a no contact order. So if he is bonded out, in the case he is, in addition to, obviously, he should have already known that, which is why he did, and why he got himself in trouble for breaking the protective order in the first place. He is to stay away from his parents, and he's also going to have a GPS monitor on him. So that's going to be very interesting for him. I won't get into it, but I'm sure most of you can figure how that's going to work. So, and like I said, me personally, if I was in his case, I would just do whatever I need to do to take care of my shit. If you really think being out in the streets is going to be better for you, in a better environment, which I don't think it is in his case, hey, so be it. But realistically, him being out, I think, puts him in a lot more danger from all the people he screwed over that are looking to beat his ass. Puts him back in the danger of him getting rearrested again because he's going to, do something to get himself in trouble because he can't control his anger and the way he treats people and does things. Or he's just not going to show up to court because he's got that option now because he's not in jail, right? So, the day that he doesn't get his ride or he blames his chat because nobody donated money so he can get an Uber XL, ride to court in a Escalade, and that's why he didn't show up and, why now the person that bonded him out is screwed over. Well, there you go. So, but me personally, if I was in his shoes, hey, stay in jail. You get 3 meals. You got a nice, safe, well, for the most part, safe place because, for him, he probably plays the, whatever it takes to get him his nice little separate jail cell, which for him, he doesn't mind that he only gets out 1 hour a day or no hours a day. But either way, it keeps him safe from, all the other tough guys. But either way, if it was me, I would prefer to be in there. I stay out of trouble. I get fed 3 times a day. I have a roof over my head, and at the end of my sentence, I take care of all my shit. And while he's in there, he can also utilize all the programs that they offer to take care of some of the other shit he's got going on in the other states, okay? So basically, the guy can pretty much do a one-stop shop in Tulsa County Jail and probably knock out all the other bullshit he got going on in the other states. But that's not how David thinks, unfortunately. And as long as he's got enablers and people that keep getting him out and then keep encouraging him to do the same bullshit he's doing, this is going to keep going on. The guy's 1 years old now, got a child, still got family that cares for him, and this is what he's doing. And if you saw, and I hope this is a good, and I don't think he was really thinking we were going to be there watching, okay? Because you've seen before, when he knows we're going to be there watching, he puts on a little show. So you saw the real David, okay? Doesn't seem to care. And just seemed to, try to find out what the quickest way for him to get out, whether, he had to lie about it or not. You think he's going to go up front and tell him, oh, yeah, I've got other history records in other states. No, he kept his mouth shut and is going to see what they say, okay? So basically, the guy, he knows exactly what he's doing and how to play it, So, like I said, we'll find out how it goes. Personally, I don't care. I just hope if he does get bonded out that it doesn't cause this guy to now hurt somebody, and now there's a victim out of this whole situation when there shouldn't have been, because he shouldn't remain in jail, okay? We spoke to somebody yesterday, Danielle, that was brave enough to come up and speak about her encounter with David, or Skimask Annie, whatever you want to call him. And it is just, however you want to take it, it was horrible. Okay. And again, if Danielle's in chat, I want to say, I appreciate you, having the courage to come up and speak. And I really hope that the people, especially the people that I think that need to hear that, or hopefully we're there to hear that, really take into account everything you said and how dangerous he is in the situation that he's currently in. So, and that could have turned out to be something bad. And again, because he was allowed to be out on the street. So, like I said, I don't give a fuck what he wants to do, what he ends up doing. I give a fuck about the possible victims that can come out of this, okay, which does happen a lot in these cases where, these judicial systems let these repeat offenders out, and then they go out and hurt somebody seriously. And then it's when they want to go ahead and put them in jail or keep them in there with a no bond, right? But first it takes somebody getting hurt or killed, and that should never come play. Okay, somebody's life should never be jeopardized over just, a judge wanting to save the county a little bit of money, or, has, that day a little bit more heart because, somebody told them they're a mean guy, and they need to be nicer. No, they should go basically what type of record they have, what type of person they are, and whether they show in the past few years that they've been getting in trouble any sign of wanting to change, which in my opinion, based on what we've been watching with David and following him on the last few years, this is the same thing. The guy gets in trouble, figures out how he can get out the quickest, doesn't go back to court, and is on the run until he gets caught again. So if that's what he wants to keep doing his whole life, hey, so be it. But just make sure that you don't involve any other people, which sadly, because he's not a man and he does, you've seen the way he tries to take advantage of people, more specifically women, okay? He's not going to be out on the streets if he gets out surviving on his own. No, he's going to involve a bunch of other people. Obviously, he couldn't do it this last time, okay? Because he ended up breaking into his parents' homes is basically what we could see. And now got in trouble from it, okay? And we still don't know what happened, all right? We don't know. When you read that charge, let me just remind you. Let me go back to his let's go back to this really quick. Let's go over to his, see, I hate why it's doing this. His mug shot really quick and read his charges. Just to remind you guys what David is in jail for right now. Okay, let me share this with you guys. Now, to clarify yesterday why there is 2 booking sheets, basically, and again, I can't verify this, but after speaking with some other folks and seeing some comments from yesterday's VOD and basically kind of assured what I had said, I have a feeling when he first got booked, basically he got arrested, got brought into the booking center, whatever, booking station, whatever you want to call it, okay, and because at that time, they weren't going to, for whatever reason, I want to say it was a medical reason, okay? You can probably figure it out. You know, what does he like to say he's going to do to try to get him out of trouble or get him some sympathy donos, okay? I'm not saying that's what happened. It's just my opinion. But basically, I have a feeling that they couldn't accept him for whatever medical reason it was. So he had to go over to the hospital. That's what I'm assuming. Then when they released him from the hospital, they were able to book him in. That's why the first booking info, the one that's the earliest, the first time they tried, that's why there's no booking photo, because they didn't even get to that part. The second booking information or booking sheet, that's the one where they booked him later in that day at 5:55 a.m. That one does have the photo, and that's why I think there's 2 generally we've never seen it like that where he's got 2 booking sheets, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. Again, I can't say that for sure, but that's just my guess if I could guess. But anyways, I just wanted to, mention that because there were some people in the comments from yesterday's VOD that were, asking questions and people had, mentioned that. And I do want to say that for those that had said that, I do agree with you. And that I kind of had said that yesterday, but maybe I confused some people when I was trying to relay that. But anywho, he is currently in jail now for all misdemeanor charges. We have 2 threatening acts of violence charges, which again, he caught those back in June or July of last year. That was again when he was live and brought the dog over and his own viewers called, remember, and has gotten in a big fight with his parents and made the threats that he was going to hurt and do all that stuff to him. Then at some point in November of last year, we said, and again, I'd have to just double check, but I'm pretty sure he had picked up an obstructing an officer charge, which that one I'm waiting on to get an incident report and see how he picked up an obstructing an officer charge. And then, what did we say? Let me just double check the date on that one. I think we said January was when he picked up of this year. Date of offense, January 16th is when he picked up the violation of the protective order and the malicious injury. So this is how the charge is. That's why I want the report. The second charge is, and let me share this with you. Well, actually, I think it's on the, let me see what you're looking at. I think it's, right now I'm reading the oscn.net website, but I'm pretty sure it's on this booking sheet that we're all looking at. Let me just double check. Yeah, it says it right there. Let me highlight it for you. Malicious injury or destruction of property less than 1,000. So we don't know if it was destruction of property or an injury that is what happened. But obviously, I guess it was less than 1,000 is what they're saying. So, and then now they've got, oh shit, they've got this. So this is new. This is new down here. It says hold electronic monitor required, but they say court date, which was today. Bond type now says hold without bond. So there's not a bond amount, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know if he went back to see the judge after this last bond hearing. Maybe he had 3 bond hearings and I didn't catch this one or what happened, and maybe this could change, okay? I don't like to use the booking information because I've seen it where it does change. I like to use the info off the oscn.net website. So, I mean, although it is on here, and generally that's what I go by, I can't verify. But as of right now, what I'm reading, and that's what I highlighted it here for you, it says the disposition basically from today's bond hearing is he's got a hold without bond and there's not a bond amount. And if you notice from the other, earlier, like yesterday when we were looking at this, he did have the bond amounts here. He was just waiting for his bond hearing, which he had today. So he might not be bondable, period. Which honestly makes more sense to me based on the fact that last time they did bond him out, he didn't come back, and that's not the first time he's done that. And the fact that he's got warrants in other states, I think would tell you that this guy's a very huge liability to the fact that he's probably not going to come back, all right? I get it if this was his first time getting in trouble or maybe even second time. But the fact that this dude just recently was on the run, okay, for not coming back, screwed over a bonding company, and then's done that before and has still got open warrants in other states, I would hope, believe in our judiciary system, or at least in Oklahoma, that they would hold you without bond until, you see a judge maybe on the next hearing, when they can see, where they're going to go with on the arraignment or what you plead. I mean, at that point, it doesn't matter. I think he should still have a no-hold bond until he goes through the whole process and gets sentenced, okay? But either way, I think at least it gives at least at this time, it gives the judge more time to, take a look at the conditions of his case. And his lawyer, once he gets his public defender assigned, which it sounds like he's already been assigned a public defender, they can do kind of what we're going to, and again, this kind of segues into Saint's new notes, but it appears that Saint has gotten, he had a public defender, but it looks like somebody may have hired him, and I still need to confirm this, but it looks like they may have hired him a private attorney. And at some point, I think it was the public defender, not the private attorney. I think the private attorney just entered in their pretty much, what is the exact name? Pretty much them saying that they're going to be his attorney, entering their appearance yesterday. I think the public defender a few days ago actually, and that's, remember I told you when I was going over his update yesterday, there was that note about the request for a second bond hearing or to re-examine the bond. That might happen here, but when they're, just in a rush where you see all those guys in there, they definitely need to consider everything or slow it down a bit before they start releasing people by accident because they didn't catch the fact that this guy had open warrants and shit like that, So I can't say that that's going to stay the same. That may change by the end of today, or that may just be what it's going to be until, nothing changes. But as of right now, it says hold without bond. All right. Let's jump over. I think this is a perfect time to segue into my update on Saint, and it's not going to be much. Like I said, I did call this morning to, verify whether or not he was still in the custody of the jail. And let me jump over to my chat. And then there was a few new notes that came up. Obviously, the one that shows he's got an attorney or a new attorney. I don't know if there's still another public defender or a private attorney. It does look like it's a private attorney. And you could probably figure out who paid for that and probably just paid for all his other bonds and all his other attorneys and all bullshit, legal fees and all that. But either way, it's none of my business, nor do I care. But what I do care about is to answer your guys' question. So when I call this morning, he is still in custody of the jail. So to answer your question, no, Saint is not out. He is still in jail. As a matter of fact, he's still sitting in jail with a no-hold bond. And his wife, remember yesterday, and this is all now verifying everything I spoke about yesterday, which I hope shows some of you people that, yeah, I may not be the smartest tool in the shed, but when it comes to this court news, even though I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, never had a criminal justice degree, that I still know some of my shit, you know what I mean? And I said this yesterday. I said most likely, one, let's just play devil's advocate. You think a narcissist like that would stay that quiet if he was out? Probably not. Even with his lawyer telling him not to, he still would. The lawyer could probably, and the judge say, don't go online, and he probably would. All right? But most importantly, we read that request for the second bond hearing or for them to, reevaluate his bond. And that's what kind of tipped me off to say, you know what, I'm pretty sure the fact that they had to put in a request for that and that it hasn't been approved or denied yet, he's probably still in jail. And sure enough, when I called this morning, he was. So to answer your question, Saint is still in jail. As a matter of fact, if some of y'all in chat really missed the guy, and see, don't say I'm a hater. You guys realize you guys can donate to him, his commissary. You can even set up a JPay account if you want to see if he wants to talk to you guys. If you want to reach out to him and say, see how he's doing, you can do that. So just look up Washington County Jail and you can start seeing all the things you can do to try to reach out to Saint if you miss him that much and want to drop in and say hi to him, okay? Either way, let me just share some notes with you, and that's pretty much it, what I got from Saint and what's new as far as on his case. So let's jump over to here now. Let me share this tab instead. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm looking at. Perfect. And, oops, let's go down here. So, let's go down to where it shows the attorney for defendant. So, here it showed when he had his public defender originally. Remember, they did an appearance not too long ago. Looks like, see, that's the thing on this Maryland court info. I've noticed they sometimes don't update all the dates as far as when they have these court hearings. Like, they don't show every single one. So it looks like there was maybe possibly an appearance on the 20th of this month, not too long ago. And that was by his public defender. But either way, as of the 25th of this month, yesterday, he's got a new representation, which is this lawyer here. And I did look them up, and it does look like it is a private law firm from the Hagerstown area. Let's see here. And then what was some of the... We know that he's got... he had his bond review, we know, or his arraignment, I call it, was on the 18th. Remember, he got arrested on the 14th. He had to wait a few days, had the hearing on the 18th. They had him on a no-hold bond. I called a few days after the 18th and found that out. Now, they've got his preliminary hearing set for March 18th. So basically, unless he gets a reconsideration of his bond, and even then, they say, okay, well, you're bondable. Somebody's still got to pay to get him bonded out, which, I'm sure whoever got him the lawyer and has paid for his other bond is probably going to pay for this bond. I'm sure you guys can figure that out. But let's just say they keep him in there. Then he's probably going to have to stay in there to at least March 18th. But when we go down here to the bottom, you can see that the attorney filed their appearance. I'm highlighting that on February 25th, yesterday. And there was a motion yesterday filed for request for demand for discovery and inspection. That's typical. We've always seen that. And here's another reason why this morning, before I made my call to the courthouse, to the jail, why I figured he was probably still in jail. There was also a request submitted yesterday or filed for a request for speedy trial. Generally, you won't see your lawyer submit that request unless you're in jail, because if you're already out or you've been bonded out, you don't want a speedy trial, okay? You basically want your lawyer to have all the time they can have to handle your case, Also, if you pretty much know you're probably going to get sentenced to some jail time, it also, in which me personally, I would just rather get it over with as quick as I can. But for some people, they can prolong their case, okay? And that's why they don't want a speedy trial. But when you see a lawyer motion or submit a motion or request for a speedy trial, generally means it's because their client, okay, the defendant, is in jail and doesn't want to stay in jail as long as they have to. So, and especially if they can't be bonded out. So therefore, instead of, basically letting the judge, schedule this maybe a few months ahead, and now you're sitting in jail for 2 months, which generally, you know how it is. If you get sentenced to jail time, they're usually going to, apply the jail time that you've been sitting in there towards that as a credit. But sometimes they don't have to. But either way, in this case, which maybe they do, I'd have to check into that before I say that's true or not. Kind of be, well, I don't know. Kind of be fucked up that they make you, you spend time in jail and then they don't use that as credit towards when they sentence you. But either way, I have to look into that. But yeah, so I mean, basically, when I saw the request for speedy trial, that told me, well, they're trying to get a speedy trial going because he's in jail still. So he obviously is. And we'll see how it goes, I hate to say that just because he got a private attorney means that, okay, now it should be better for him in this case. I mean, it might be better for the fact that, yeah, I would probably prefer a private attorney if it was me when you're facing a total of 10 charges, 2 felonies and 8 misdemeanors, and have a, past history of cases and sentences like he does. But, again, that costs money, a lot of money. So keep that in mind. But yeah, there's your update for Saint. So basically, he's still in jail. He still has a no hold bond. What did I say? No, he's on a no bond hold, and basically awaiting his hearing coming up on March 18th, unless they have one coming up soon. If the judge, for example, approves, doesn't mean they're saying yes. It's just saying they're approving to schedule a hearing to reconsider the bond. Then that's when we'll find out if the judge, if they do that, if they decided to, take the no hold off of there and apply a monetary bond, which again, even if they do that, somebody still has to pay that for him to get out. So we'll just, I guess, have to see how it pretty much works out. As soon as I get any more notes, you guys know I'll break that information either as a breaking news update like we just did, or I might just post it through the community post tab, or now they call it the post tab, through the NJCourts TV as main YouTube channel, and update you that way. All right. Let me jump over back to chat so I can see if there was any other questions. Oh, something else I want to clarify, and just I apologize. I kind of mixed myself up, and hopefully I didn't mix up any of you guys. So yesterday when I was talking about Skimask Andy, I had talked about when they had issued out his last warrants, which was on the 12th and the 14th. And then I said, and then just a few days later, they went and arrested him. So they must have either I didn't realize I got my dates wrong. It was the 25th yesterday. So obviously, when they issued out the warrants on the 12th and the 14th, there was still plenty of time between those dates, almost a week since they arrested him. So I had kind of I had just said it once, and then I didn't say it anymore, but I'd kind of referred to it as like they had issued out the warrants and then arrested him just a few days after. No, they issued out the warrants on the 12th and one on the 14th of February. Then they arrested him on February the 25th. Okay, they didn't arrest him. I said, and I don't know why I said that. I said they had arrested him a few days after they had issued out the warrants. That was incorrect. They issued out one warrant on the 12th, one warrant on the 14th. Then he had already the warrant issued out since he didn't show up for this case last year, the one having to do with the threatening acts of violence charges. So basically, he had 3 warrants issued out for him the day when they went to arrest him on the 25th. Now, I have went ahead and requested the body cam footage from yesterday's arrest. I have requested the incident report from yesterday's incident, as well as the obstruction of an officer incident and the incident from the day that he picked up the violating protection order and the malicious injury or destruction of property under 1,000. So basically, I've requested 3 incident reports, 1 body cam footage. That's on Skimask. And then on Saint, I've already submitted a request for body cam footage and basically incident report on his arrest, the day he was arrested, and then the day that he picked up the charges, having those new charges that we're guessing probably was the day that he showed up on his stream all beat up, that we're probably guessing he probably confronted his neighbor that he's been blaming that was the reason why he got picked up the first time and may have gotten in a scuffle. We don't know yet, and is why I'm requesting that incident report so we know exactly what happened that day when they decided to charge him with 4 more or 5 more charges he picked up. So, like I said, he's facing a total of 10 charges, 8 misdemeanors, 2 felonies. So, yeah, it's got pretty serious on Saint's side real quick. And it's not looking too good for old Skimask, man. So, like they said, even if he gets out, which, like I said, those enablers are going to end up getting him hurt. But, hey, it's his life, But either way, he's going to have a little ankle monitoring, which he's not going to like. And, he better show up because somebody's going to get screwed out of money. And honestly, I can't see another bonding agency being so stupid to bond him out after he already screwed over another one. And they lost out on $1,000. So, and if you don't think they know that, the other agencies don't. Oh, yeah, they do. It's all in the system. They all talk. All right. And if you don't think they all know who Skimask is, they sure know who David DeCou is. Or David Takau. That was so funny. Takau. I think I even say it wrong. I always say DeCou. It's DeCou, right? I say DeCou, it's DeCou. DeCou. You say tomato, I say tomato. Anyways, so that's all I had as far as coverage on the 2 individuals that I wanted to update you guys on today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. If you did, I would sure appreciate a thumbs up if you have not already slapped one on for me. If there's any comments, concerns, complaints, you can reach out to me on the channel's email. You can reach out to me through Instagram. You can reach out to me as a comment on the today's VOD. Shout out to my replay crew. Of course, like I said, this is going to stay up for everybody to watch whenever you want. Feel free to share if you like. If you're another creator and want to clip and share, you're more than welcome to. Just please, if you don't mind, tag me or give me a little credit for the video. Be appreciative. What else? Welcome everybody coming in late. What up, Iggy? Welcome again to all the members of the jury. We had a lot of members celebrating quintuplet. Yeah, I got that right. Quintuplet OGs now, anniversaries. So welcome to all the quintuplet OGs. Welcome to all the new members that we had of the jury come in, and whether it was a gifted membership, and thank you, Cat Crazy, for those gifted memberships, or we had a lot of new members just purchasing their own new memberships. So welcome to all the new members. And thank you for all the donators and supporters. Thank you for all my mods. We reached our dono goal today. Again, I appreciate everybody that helped reach that goal, and I'm going to put on a one hell of a road trip. So now we're going to be going next to the planning phase. So basically, let me start putting my logistics together. Once I got that done, I will present that to you, and we'll see what you think, and then we'll go from there. And basically, if you guys approve of it, next step is to head out, and then we start the fun. I mean, for the most part, I hope it will be. Like I said, my main intention, especially now that we hit it, is going to be to, one, I got some court-related stuff that I have to do while I'm in California. So basically, it's stuff that if I wasn't in person, I probably would be very hard to get, or it would be timely and costly, okay? Second, like I said, importantly, I wanted to do, not work on it, because it's not going to be an edited documentary. This is going to be a live documentary, something that's different, a live documentary of the West Coast streamers, okay? That's something I'm going to be doing while I'm there. And then third, we're going to have fun. So that's going to include a lot of fun IRL streams, the tour of the YouTube facility, a YouTube protest, which I'll explain more once we get to that point. But it's definitely going to be one hell of a trip, and probably one of the best trips that this channel's ever had, which is hard to top off because we've had a lot of great ones, and I haven't even taken this trip yet. I just know how much, potential and how much fun and excitement there could be in California. So I'm very much looking forward to it. And also, I owe my West Coast viewers a trip down there. Been to the East Coast, been to the Midwest, been to the Southwest, still haven't gone to the West Coast. So definitely looking forward to that. And we'll definitely do a meetup, that way anybody wants to come and meet up, we can do that. And that would be fun. I mean, we can do like a meetup of a lot of different streamers and people, like just a big old, like MeetAcon or something, Meetupacon or something like that. What up, Chicken Yell? Can you take us to a weed farm? Fuck yeah, I will. We got them here in New Mexico. And honestly, we got some really cool dispensaries. So, yeah, we'll definitely. California obviously is the king of that shit, and so is Colorado. But hell yeah, maybe we can head up to the what they call it, they did that documentary on Netflix. What was it again? They called it like the Bermuda Triangle. It's called the Golden Triangle, I guess. Kind of they claim a lot of people go missing, a lot of people get killed and burned, a lot of crimes related to the people that travel, or pretty much a lot of these people will go, like a lot of homeless people too. They basically like hitchhike to these areas where they have these farms, and basically there's a weed season, trimming time, where they hire them as trimmers, and you can make pretty decent money. But a lot of these people that have these farms aren't these nice hippie people. There's sometimes these cartels and stuff that own them, and there's people that have had some really bad encounters with a lot of these things. So there's a documentary if you want to read more, watch more about it. I think it's called the Golden Triangle. But yeah, the Emerald Triangle. There you go, Golden Triangle. But yeah, you know me, I ain't scared. But yeah, I'd love to go head out there and show you guys more of a, non-Netflix edited view of what those farms look like. Get a tour. I mean, that there's some really cool hippie ones that I guarantee you would love to give the public a tour. And yeah, hell yeah, let's do that for sure. I mean, I want to go to the Redwoods while I'm in California on the fun end of stuff. I think it'd be cool to go to the Redwoods. There's so much stuff in California, it'd be impossible to go to everything. But as far as I'd like to go to at least one cool nature part of California, whatever it'd be. I mean, I definitely love to do the Redwoods, but I know there's so much stuff, especially Northern California. You got the vineyards of California, all that stuff. But then also I want to do something super cool that's like, something that you guys would like to see out of California that doesn't have to be nature related. It could be, whatever. And then, of course, we're going to do all the other things I said. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. We're going to have a lot of time to do stuff. It's going to be planned, and it's going to be a little chaotic. You know how I roll. Go see Kevin Jordan. He's a weed master. I've never heard of Kevin Jordan. Jordan. It's an interesting way to spell Jordan. Awesome. Yeah, well, and of course, I know a lot of y'all are from California, so I'm always up to suggestions, especially from the people that live there, because you know it better. Dustin, you have a good morning. I appreciate all your hard work, my friend, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you so much for your contribution towards this road trip. I appreciate it. And thank you, as always. I appreciate you as a mod, a friend, a member of the jury, and definitely something that's contributed a lot to this channel and has brought a lot of the content, or responsible for a lot of the content that I'm able to bring because of that. So thank you again for all your contributions and your support of the NJCourts TV news channel. You owe her a crab dance. I do. So I owe a lot of people a crab dance. So you know what? I think this is a great way to segue. Shit, man. How am I going to do this? Because see, when I play the video, it blocks me, so then I can't dance. So what I'm going to have to do is play the crab dance video in the background, and then you can watch me dance to it if that works. Hold on. Let's see. I'll have to remove this. So now you can see me. Let's get crab dance song up here. So I have to have the crab dance song on my phone. Where do I have the crab dance song on my phone? Oh, I do have it. Hold on. Fuck. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. I think I have access to it. Hold on. Oh, my God. Yeah, I have to. It's just a regular video. Hold on. Come on. I know I do. Members. Oh, no, that's not it. Excuse me. Welcome, members of the jury. Let's go. Hey. No, I had it here before. Oh, I have it for the members. Hold on. I got to go back. I've done it for the members. Welcome to the members of the jury. Here it is. Okay, now I got to put this on a speaker. Here we go. I'm getting there. Hold on, I got my speaker. Hold on, we're getting there. Shut. Oh yeah, here we go.
NJCourts is the man who brings all of the news. On the facts, he exposed every single one of you. No, it's not just for views, it's a personal. Listen to the haters just like you. I hope you get the lesson. Don't like him, that's fine. He will expose you every single fucking time. Yeah, keep your nose clean. Get up on the drugs, don't steal, don't lie. Stop giving them a buzz. He grab it on you, they hit and hit all the trolls with his bad ass moderator. So next time you decide to do a crime, remember NJCourts will be exposing you in time. Yeah, little gallows. NJCourts. Yeah. NJCourts. Welcome, members of the jury. Let's go. Yo, NJCourts is the man who brings all of the news. With the facts, he exposes every single one of you. No, it's not just for views, it's a personal message. To the haters just like you, I hope you get the lesson. Don't like him, that's fine. He will expose you every single fucking time. Yeah, keep your nose clean, get off of the drugs. Don't steal, don't lie, stop giving them a buzz. He grab dance on you, haters, they hit all the trolls. With his bad ass moderators. So next time you decide to do a crime, remember NJCourts will be exposing you in time. Yeah, get them gobbles. NJCourts. NJCourts. NJCourts.
Daycare workers in Minnesota are accused of unthinkable abuse against the children in their care.
Oh, sidebar with Jesse Weber on the Long Prime Network. All right, everybody. Hold on. Stay in there with me. We're coming back to the other side. I want to say goodbye to everybody. I hope, we haven't, well, I know I voted crab dance for a while, but me personally, it's been a while. But hopefully that was crab dance enough for everybody, especially you, Dawson. Thank you again to all the contributors to the, excuse me, I'm about to have a heart attack. Okay. Thank you to all the contributors. This is embarrassing. Towards our fundraiser dono goal. We hit it. We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. I love you guys. As always, don't forget to keep that head on a swivel. Check that 6 every once in a while. Please, please. Take some time to love somebody. I love you guys. And don't forget, I didn't tell you to take your, well, I did. Now I'm telling you, please take your earbuds out or lower that volume. NJCourts. Where's my dogs? Oh, they're outside, so it's just going to be, is officially, hold on. Just breathe. You're not 18 anymore. I know, but I'm still a runner, man. I run marathons, and actually, I might have one coming up here soon, so I got to get back in shape. Actually, you know what it is I'm still kind of feeling the effects from the Sunday night party is what it is, okay? Because you see me dance, bro. This boy can dance. All right? It's just that one kind of got me. That or I've just been, you know what it is all the blinkies we took on Sunday night, bro. Holy shit. But you know what? Shout out to that iced tea dime collab, man. That mother, even though that shit's expensive, that little thing, I'm on day 4. I'm halfway through, so I think I'm going to get like 8 days out of that, which is amazing. Barely recharged the battery on day 3 yesterday of like taking, you guys saw the blinkies we were taking. We had it on the highest heat setting, blinking in that thing, man. And that thing hits just like a fucking regular vape, okay? That thing was blowing some fucking smoke clouds, man. So if you ever want to try it, it is the Dime Industries iced tea collab. It's like the lemon iced tea, they call it. They say the iced tea collab because they collabed with the Ice-T, the rapper / actor from Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Yep, that Ice-T. Basically the reason why I got it. It's a badass fucking, it's a disposable. So once you're done with it, you're done with it. Even though it's a badass battery. Got like this gold-plated look to it. It's got a sick-ass fucking tip. I call it the fucking, what was I calling it? Like a draw straw, and yeah, fucking A. I was like kind of at first, I thought it was more of a gimmicky thing. Hell no, man. That thing really does save on your juice, because I guess it's got like, it's such a nice battery. It doesn't waste a lot. Also, it keeps from most of you, especially those of you that if you guys use vapes or batteries or cartridges, when you start putting them in your pocket and the shit starts upside downing and starts plugging up your thing and how annoying that is. You got to heat it up and suck it. Sometimes you get some of that vape stuff, into your mouth and all that. Not here, man. I had this thing upside down in my pocket. Every time I hit it, it is smooth. It goes down great. Still's got a nice flavor. It's not overpowering, which is what I like. And it's still kicking, man. So even for the price, it actually, I think, equals out to be a lot better, cheaper than what I would pay just buying $10 carts every, couple of days. Because then I got to always go back and drive, and that takes time and money for gas. And, and like I said, and the battery itself is sick. You get gnarly hits and rips. Oh, that's why I call it a ripstick. My ripstick. And it saves because of the way it, I guess, atomizes it, burns it, really saves on the cartridge stuff. So, hell yeah. All right. I know. Stop. Just enjoy it. I will, Aaron. You know me, bro. I had to, really talk myself into why I paid $60, but $50 after my discount up front. But now it's paid for itself, so I'll take it. But honestly, though, for any of you that may have seen it at your local dispensary, I would encourage you to try it out if you actually thought about it, okay? Because for those of you that like vapes, it was cool. I liked it. I'm sure most of you don't think 50 is even a lot of money to spend on a 2-gram vape. Remember, it is 2 grams, not a 1 gram, a 2-gram vape. That's why it's lasted this long, because I hit it. I hit it pretty good, too. I haven't been very, I've been pretty, I've been hitting it pretty good, so. All right. Anyways, that's all I had to share with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Thank you for everybody that joined me again on the breaking news update for the Skimask Andy hearing, as well as the update on what's going on with Saint. Hopefully, I was able to answer some of the questions. I'm most importantly one whether Saint was in jail or not. Obviously, like I said, that was verified by a call to the Washington County jailhouse, whatever you want to call it, where he's at. Okay. And again, like I said, if you guys want to reach out to him, as long as he's willing to accept your request, you can, okay? So, and you can figure out just by going to their website. Anyways, I got a lot of FOIA requests that I need to still continue working on. Please send some positive thoughts my way towards these FOIA requests that they do get approved, especially the body cam footage, because as you all know, that's the ones we actually learn a lot from and see the most. So, and for these both individuals, both body cam footages, if we could get it, would be awesome, because I think we'd learn a lot that we may never know what is going to come from, because we're obviously not sitting there during the court hearings and listening to everything. So, Ghost of a Flea says, would it be possible for you to have Eric Eggleston arrested, please? Well, I'm not any authority of the law, so that is kind of a impossible feat for me. But I certainly can look into people like I've done before. And as a matter of fact, let's see, we just did coverage on Mike Eggleston. Eric meaning his brother, which we've done some coverage on in the past, in the RV and some of the shenanigans he got with when he got in that kind of mess with, what was her name? Angie, right? And her father and all that. You guys remember? Was Angie, I think. Is that who you're referring to? Well, reach out to me if you've got something that you have questions on or you'd like me to look into. You got my email. There's also, you can reach out to me on Instagram, and I certainly will look into it. But I am heading to California, and I do believe that that individual is up there. So we certainly can see if he'd like to come on the live documentary. If there's any questions that maybe I can ask from him, pass it on to me, and I'll see what I can do. Oh, you definitely know. If I can get both the brothers on, I would definitely like to interview them for my live interview, for sure. So if you're watching Mike or Eric, I guess this is my way of asking now, before I get there, if you'd like to participate in my live documentary. I guess I'll reach out to you once I get there. But as far as getting them both arrested, I mean, you guys know me. I don't have physical power over that. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to get anybody arrested. Well, one, I can't, but two, I'd like to know what they did before I would even try to, promote or expose or, speak about people getting arrested. That's like I said, just reach out to me. Coal-fired cards, 100% rosin money. You know what? Here's the thing, the loser. You're right. So here's the thing. The thing is, when I spent that money, I started thinking, well, shit. Although it was 2 grams of badass battery, which I already have batteries, I don't necessarily. Now, I'll tell you something, though. That was where I was kind of having the buyer's remorse, is when I got in the car and I said, well, fuck, I already have 2 batteries, right? Like, did I really need this battery? It was way better ass battery than the ones I had. And so the experience with that battery was sick. Also, I started thinking, well, shit, man, I could have bought probably at least 2 or 3 like live rosin carts, which would have been really nice for the same price I bought this thing, and I have my own battery. So, yeah, that's kind of the one, thing you got to think about is, the live rosin does hit really good and taste good. I prefer the terpene taste. I love the natural terpenes. I don't like when they, have to add them in, but the natural terpene stuff, the taste that, which is usually what the live rosin taste, got that nice piney taste. That's what I love, that stuff. So yeah, I started thinking about, man, for the same cost, you could have probably got like 3 1-gram rosin carts, total 3 grams of live rosin for the same price. You got a badass battery and 2 grams of regular, high quality distillate. Definitely is high quality, because I can tell you just the way it burns and just the fact that it doesn't, like, having the cartridge upside down, it doesn't get all sticky and shit. It's This stuff's really smooth. It burns really good, and like I said, it's, say for example, you have it upside down. As soon as you turn it over, it'll just settle back in quick. Versus some of those other ones, it takes so much time for it to settle, and then it doesn't burn good. So, and NJCourts, can you block my main accounts? Thanks. Not sure why I was blocked. The Reality Nancy, what's your main account? I'll write it down and I'll get to it probably sometime today, or at least by the next one. But I'm not sure either. I'll tell you what. My mods, especially my mods now, I've had a lot of mods, but my mods now, they know exactly when to block and when not, and I'm not going to, question when they do. So if they did, they probably had a good reason to, and I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, but generally it just doesn't happen. It's happened by accident. Generally, that's when I do it, but, I can't answer that for you. All right, I'll look into it. Reality Nancy, same pick. I swear we've kind of already done this before with you, but maybe I'm just thinking differently. Reality Nancy. Okay. Let me make sure this is on the page that it's got my Skimask stuff. Yep. Okay, so let me do this. Reality Nancy. Unblock. All right, I'll look into it. Since you asked kindly, I will definitely do that for you. All right. All right. Anyways, yeah, that's all I had. I kind of was getting off to subject a bit, but yeah, all fake terps for flavor. I know they do put a lot of fake shit in those distillates for sure. That's why I don't like the flavored stuff, and that's why I like this stuff. Because I asked the guy, I said, you know, and it has that fancy name like, you know, lemon iced tea. I says, is it really like overpowering? Because, you know, even if you do like flavorful stuff, you gotta know they're putting just a bunch of unnatural shit in there to make it taste like that. So he said, no, it's not. As a matter of fact, the guy kind of was like me. He says, I don't really like that flavored shit, but it had just enough where it was good, but not, you know, bad. So, and he was right on. It's just enough where it's, you know, gives you a little flavor, but it's not overpowering, which I like. Does not have any, I mean, doesn't have that strong terpene, you know, taste to it, which I do like, but that's okay. You know, I knew I wasn't going to find that when I got it, but definitely, I would say 5 out of 5 for sure. You know, that's from me. Maybe some of you other people that, you know, get a lot of the fancy stuff would, you know, give it a different rating, but for me, I was happy with it. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. What do we got? We got a wine mommy fight going on? Come on. What did I say earlier? Let's take some time to love each other, right? That's because I didn't say, hold on. That's why I interrupted my own self. So, NJCourts. Oh, wait, I did tell you guys to love each other. I was about to say NJCourts is officially out, and I was answering some questions. But keep the peace. Love each other, please, because we need a lot of it right now. And remember, at the end of the day, because I don't even know what's going on, but this is, I don't even have to, because remember, it's this easy. It's this easy. At the end of the day, remember, it's just the internet. So, and most of y'all don't even know the other person. So whatever is said, remember, at the end of the day, it's just the internet. Even if you don't like that person, that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying, hey, you got to like that person. But just don't let it bother you where it's like, you know, in your head all day long. Absolutely not. If anything, as soon as you exit out of here, I would just forget about that other person. You know what I mean? Because, fuck, it's just the internet, dude. Now, if it's something that, you know, is bothering you, a real person in life, it's something that affects your family, fucking right on, you know. But don't let anything on the internet ever bother you. That's my advice because, you know, obviously when you get to be a creator, doesn't matter what level of subscribership, you know, you get haters at 100 subs, okay? Trust me, I used to take a lot of my feedback to heart, and then I had to start slowly, and well, not slowly, but, you know, pretty much learning very quickly to just not carry it with me. Because if I did, trust me, I would be here every day just sitting here negative and just like a lot of the other creators you see on. Because you do get a lot of it. Trust me, you do. So, anyways, I'm not trying to end on a negative note. I'm just, like I said, fuck everybody else, all right? I don't even know what was going on. That's just what I'd say. Fuck them. All right. Anyways, what else? When this one was a hybrid, which I'm usually an indica guy, but I'm starting to like the hybrid. Sometimes the indicas will just knock you out too much, and when you got a lot of shit to do, it's just not the way to go. Now, at nighttime, that's a different story. Do I think he'll try to remove it? I don't know. I think that would be fucking stupid. If, you know, I mean, will he try? I don't know. Let's just put it this way. Would you do it if you didn't have anywhere to, I mean, let's just put it this way. If I didn't have anywhere to go, hell no. I mean, the only reason I would even attempt to do that, which I wouldn't, would obviously be where I would be out of state. So you got to ask yourself, how many opportunities has Skimask had to leave the state, even just his county, that he never took, even before he got in all this trouble? And if you guys are still wondering why he hadn't, and why he always said, oh, I want money to do it and I'll go, and why he still had it, remember what I always said. What's the reason why a lot of people can't leave that are addicted to drugs out of places and states? Because guess what? Their plug don't move with them, okay? And they're too afraid to go to a new place and try to look for a plug, all right? So, not saying that's what's going down with Skimask, but just saying. So, if you think that guy, I mean, that would be stupid. Think about it. To remove your ankle monitor and you're not even going to leave the county of Tulsa. If you don't think they're going to find you very quickly or figure it out, well, I guess he'll find out if he does that. Now, and I know, that's like I said, I can't speak for stupid because I would hope that I'm not at that level yet, you know, but it just make no sense. But again, can't speak for stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh yeah, there's people have done it even for content. I think I saw some stupid. I don't think it was a. Can't remember if it was like a Instagram or if it was what's the other one that they wanted to ban or already banned, TikTok. Some dude just did it right on video, cut it with his homies, and that was the video. Had a bunch. I think it had 1 million views. And I was like, okay, well, not only did you just cut your GPS monitor bracelet, which is stupid, but you did it on a live stream, which is even stupider. So yeah, I do believe that people can be that stupid because I've already seen it when it comes down to those things. But I'll definitely say this. It's probably going to be something he's hadn't had for a while if he does get bonded out on his old little girly ankle of his. And I'm sure he's not going to like it one bit. He likes to show off his little Nikes and his little shorts. You think he wants to, every time he lifts up his little legs, show off that nice little fat ankle monitor bracelet? I don't know. Certainly doesn't look good when you're trying to leech off some of the old ladies. That's for sure. But either way, like I said, just being serious, though, I know we like to do some laughs and gaffs at the guy. I really hope he gets the help he needs, which honestly didn't sound like he cares. So I personally don't think anything's going to change. And I hate to be that negative Nancy, especially when I said let's be positive. But come on now. How many chances has he had already? And you saw his attitude already in court, which is basically, I didn't do anything wrong, and how do I get out of here as quick as I can because I'm not going to come back. So if you're wondering, oh, man, was this it? Did he learn? Is he going to be better? Oh, he probably is. This has got to be it. No, I really don't think. If you asked me, I really don't think so. Anyways, I think, honestly, if he does get bonded out, just like it's happened to him before, just like it did this last time, okay, what happened to him when he got bonded out this last time? He didn't show up to court, and that's what started all this shit, okay? All of it. So think about this, okay? He bonds out. He doesn't show up. He just got himself right back smack in trouble again. Okay, and guess what? Whoever bonded him out, they're going to be the ones out of that money now. He don't care because it's not his. But, I mean, it's that would I mean I would hope if somebody does do it, I hope you already know you're not going to see your money. That would be fucking crazy if you did that thinking you were going to see it. So if you already know I don't care and I'm not going to see it, that's what you do, so be it. But really ask yourself if you really think that guy's going to pay you back. Fuck no. You think he's going to show up to court afterwards so that you get your money back? Fuck no. Okay. So just keep that in account. But reality, why would you want to keep running and running and running, and especially from stuff that's not bad, man? Like, do you realize this guy is like literally facing? I think he's. I'd have to go back to see if any of his charges that he's facing in the other states, or if any of them are felonies. But let's just assume they were all misdemeanors. Do you realize that, like I said, just the way we've seen and the way these court processes work, he could probably knock out all this shit he's got going on while he's in jail serving his time for all the crap that he did in Tulsa County. And so when he gets out, literally the dude has not to even, he would probably freak out now, not knowing that he realizing that he doesn't even have to look, nobody's after him anymore. He might not even be comfortable with that. He might be like, dude, this is weird. I don't have anybody like coming after me. Like, I'm actually like able to walk around everywhere. Like, I can go to an airport and not feel like somebody's going to jump out of the, side and arrest me or some shit once I present my ID to the TSA. No. So I don't know why somebody would keep running and doing the same shit at his age when, like I said, it's really not, I mean, it's bad what he's done, but to fix it, it's probably not that hard. Anyways, that's enough of my preaching. Like I said, I just hope that there's no more victims from this guy. He doesn't hurt anybody else. If he's going to hurt anybody, I hope it's just himself. And I really don't even hope that either. But, I just hope that the mistakes made that he's put back out on the streets, that he doesn't end up hurting anybody else. Because shame on that judge, shame on everybody else that, made it easy for this guy that obviously he's got a record of never showing up to court, never doing anything he's going to say he's going to do. And you just put him right back out in the streets knowing he was probably not going to show up. That is crazy. But again, I'm not the judge. I'm not the court system, so it's just my opinion. Anyways, I got all the messages. Everybody's saying, I owe Dawson a crab dance. Dawson, I hope you're at least able to watch that. If not, oh my God, I'll still owe you a crab dance. So, but again, thank you for all your support. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any other shout outs. I don't think I did. Let me just jump over to my other phone really quick. Nope, I don't see anything there. Yeah, that's all I had. So, Just last warning, keep them eardrums out or lower the volume because I'm about to end the stream, ladies and gents. NJCourts. Ghost of Flea. I don't even care about that guy. You guys are hilarious. NJCourts is officially oh, there's Dobby. Dobby and Rio came back. You guys, all right, you guys better join me, man. Dobby scared the shit out of me. I was like, what's that thing next to me? NJCourts is officially of here. There we go. Peace, everybody. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll catch you on the next one. Again, thank you for everybody's support. I'll be seeing you guys very soon. Let me plan this trip out, and then next time you see me, I'll have my plan for you, and then we'll execute. And next time I see you after that will be when I'm in California. All right, my friends. Have a great rest of your day. Peace. Stay safe. Love you guys as always. And NJCourts is out.